All right, last video. Um, I got my 8 questions to answer. The first one being, which of your presentations did you feel was the best and why? Um, I think that my lockout tagout presentation was best just because I felt comfortable with the material and I was able to move around, use my hands, and I know that stuff in and out. So that was probably my easiest one. Question number 2, which presentation would you redo if you were given the chance and why? I would say that my singing pig video with my guest could have probably used some touching up, but it was not my best video, but um, it works. Um, I didn't feel comfortable. It was kind of weird. Like, I don't know, having my wife and her friend, which was the only option I had at the time, just kind of, okay, who wants to do a video, made it a little uncomfortable, but all in all, I think it was okay. I would have liked to have prepared a little more for that, but um, given the time, I took advantage of it and was able to have somebody here, so it worked out. What are 2 things you learned about presenting to an audience, and why do you feel they're important? Um, 2 things. I would say understand that your audience is there for you. They uh, they want you to do well in most instances. So understanding that and embracing that. And another one was get past the jitters. I mean, just go out and do it, be yourself, and that's the best way to do any of these. Um, let's see. What's one piece of advice you give to people regarding presentation visuals? Use them. I think presentation videos help me, um, give me things to remember to do. Also, they help jog your memory when you're in a speech. You can look up at the board or at your PowerPoint or whatever, and it just jogs your memory. Sometimes you'll finish a presentation, and you'll be like, "Man, I wish I would have talked about that." But having the visuals helps you make sure that you cover all of the material that you want to. Um, question number 6, or I'm sorry, question number 5. What's one piece of advice you give to others on dealing with nervousness? My biggest piece of advice would be practice makes perfect. The more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. And there's all sorts of different ways of dealing with it. You ask everybody in the class, they're going to probably have a different answer, but I think you just have to push yourself to get in front of the audience and do it. If you fail miserably, guess what? That's something you learned. Get back on the horse next time and do it again until you get good at it. Number 6, give one piece of wisdom on using a webcam for school and professional communication other than smash it with a hammer, smash it with a hammer. I've had online classes to where that's the only interaction that I've had with teachers, and in some instances it's really great because they'll go through their lecture and you can rewind it and go back and catch a piece that you may or may not have totally retained. So I think that's good. Professional, I guess that would be professional in my line of work. Informational videos like the lockout tagout thing is great because if you're going to show that to a bunch of people, you can play it over and over and over again using it as an instructional video. Granted, you probably want it to be better than mine, but I think it is a valuable thing that you can tap into and use over and over and over to train people. Number 7. What was one lesson you learned from the suit of singing pig assignments, and how might it be useful in your professional life? Um, I would say identify your singing pig and have the courage to face it head on, and just identifying it and knowing that you need to face it is really the big thing. And working with colleagues or other people to get past that and come up with a good solution is very important. Really, any problems you encounter at work, you could use the same scenario to correct things, and it was a cool assignment. And then finally, what's one thing you'd like to work on regarding oral interpersonal communication in your professional life? Um, I'm a big believer in keep using it, keep practicing, and you just get better and better as you go. Um, like I said, I get it as far as instructors, online instructors. I think it's absolutely great when you can go back and review stuff such as lectures or whatnot. I think it's very useful for students to get that sort of stuff, and really, it's just a good thing to have. Something you can keep in your files and be like, oh, I've got something that can help you with that, and drag it out and use it for everyday situations at work. But overall, great class. I learned a lot, and thank you very much. Goodbye.